Hey, what's up, Rich?
What's going on, Ramiro? How's everything, man?
Everything's okay. Week's been a little bit busy. Um, this week I'm trying to get myself organized. So I actually came back from Walmart with a planner,
Oh,
which you can't see because of the.
I was gonna say. Oh, now we can see it.
No, hold up.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it thinks it's part of the background. Yeah, there we go. You can actually see how crazy my hair is, though. Yeah, so trying to get myself a little bit better organized, so I can put my projects a little bit more down on paper, and also just I don't know, like a big problem when it comes to like making videos is that like I get overwhelmed sometimes with how many things I'm supposed to do in a week versus with between like editing the podcast, make sure that goes out,
Mm-hmm.
working on my own personal projects, trying to keep up with the stream, and then just also trying to get just learn better editing techniques. I get a little bit overwhelmed, so I'm just gonna start organizing what I'm gonna do in a day. That way, I don't get my anxiety levels up
Damn, man.
because that's for anyone that knows me personally. I get anxious over like little things sometimes. Um, I've always used this example before, but the clearest example was one time when I was moving into my first apartment. I was freaking out over like what kind of silverware to get, which doesn't really matter.
Wow.
But it's just like a clear example. It's just like me, just like being unprepared to buy silverware and just going like, oh, this is a big boy move.
Yeah,
Um,
I saw your Among Us video. It's really good, especially
yeah,
the
yeah,
the little skit that you did with your friend in the middle of it. Pretty
yeah,
impressive stuff. I liked it.
yeah, and like something like that. For example, I whenever part of the reason why it takes me so long to make videos sometimes is just because things are out of order and I don't know when to start on what part of the video. So like that little animation thing, I started that at the very beginning, and then while we're halfway through working through it, I was like, "Oh, you know what? I need to make an intro for this." So then I dropped that to go back to make the intro. Finish making the intro after like a few days. Go back to doing the little animation thing, and then stop that to actually fill out the whole timeline of the video. And like going back and forth like that, it's some people can work like that, and I thought I could work like that. I don't think I can, just because it just doesn't feel very productive to me.
I get you, but
So
you did a really good job on that video. Just so you know, if I didn't tell you
yeah,
already.
if only it could get more than what is it, 46 views it has right now,
That's
which
it,
that's that's it, dude. My channel gets no views unless I make a DOA video,
dude.
which I think is really funny.
Among Us is like popping. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, so like I'm looking at the stats right now, and yeah, it's only at 44 views. The watch time is about as normal, so less views but more watch time, which means that the people that did watch it watched it a lot longer than probably most of my other videos.
Mm-hmm.
And then out of all the people that watched it, 22% stayed up until 27% stayed all the way until the end, which is good. That's a 1 in 5, which is higher than what most channels get. I would assume so. But once and that's YouTube metrics. That's its whole other monster, dude. That I could talk about YouTube metrics all day long. That's a whole beast onto itself.
Mm-hmm.
But what I'm trying to say is just that like in trying to get myself organized, I know I can make better videos, probably better, probably faster. Because back to that Among Us, like going back and forth, and in something like that animation, when you do any kind of animation like that, you really need to kind of plan out the sequence that you're gonna edit in, as well as the timeline of things that are supposed to happen in what order they're supposed to happen. And if you don't do that, and if you're kind of editing as you go,
Mm-hmm.
um, that gets a little bit hard, and that's kind of the wall I don't want to run into, where I spend like a couple of hours or even the whole day trying to figure out like exactly how things are going to go. And this way, I can at least write it down, have something to look at, and then also got myself some sticky notes. There we go. God, that works a little bit too good. My some sticky notes just so I can actually put them on my computer, That way, in case I need to make notes or in case I need to download like a specific image or a meme, I can go ahead and just reference that immediately. Because that's another thing that actually really slows me down is trying to find specific sound effects to emulate a meme. like like for example, like that "Don't Be Suspicious" thing. Uh, that song "Don't Be Suspicious," "Don't Be Suspicious,"
Don't
"Don't
be
Be
suspicious.
Suspicious."
Don't be suspicious.
Be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be. Yeah, like that's actually from Parks and Recreation.
Yeah. I was spamming that in
Yeah,
like a bunch of group chats. It's fun.
yeah. Yeah, and I was looking for it, and I was like, oh, I didn't realize this came from. Like I've seen all of Parks and Recs, but I don't remember that at all. And I was like, oh, and then I looked at it, and I was like, oh, that's from the episode where the dude faked his own death.
Hmm.
Um, but like things like that, or the other thing is that song that played in the background, like that sounded a little bit like elevator music in that song. That was from Final Fantasy 13. That was the Yakas Masif theme, which I've heard multiple times. I didn't realize that that was the thing that some YouTubers like to play in the background of their videos.
Hell yeah.
I I've only heard a part of it in certain backgrounds. And I think his name is Vincent D'Angelo or something like that, and he uses it as an intro. And I didn't realize that some other YouTubers use it as the background for the music, or like the other thing, or like there's another song that I play in that video that when they have the discussion, and that song is like a little bit more of a classical song. It's called it's called like Sneaky Steve or something like that. And like for like trying to find that song for example, like those little things where you don't think they would, you're just like, oh yeah, just put this music. But it takes so long sometimes just to find out what you even need to search for.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's called the Sneaky Snitch song. It's Kevin MacLeod Gaming.
Oh.
That, yeah, and like it's like I would have never known to YouTube that. Like I was looking for music to like sneak to, and the only thing I can think of was there's like an old, I can't remember if it was I think it was Green Day. They had a song, I think it was called Spy or something like that, and I was originally going to use that, but then most of it's instrumental, and you don't want to get demonetized. But like
Yeah.
my point being is just that you know, too much time too much time is being wasted and not being organized.
I get you.
Yeah, so I'm just like, all right, let's organize all this. After this, I'm probably going to organize some files, and then after that, I'm probably going to organize my social media stuff because I do want to get more. The other thing I was trying to look at this week, I was looking at all my social media, going like, what are ways that I can utilize this better? And you know, you've been posting a lot more on Instagram recently over the last couple of weeks, or actually like month and a half.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, where you just post a little bit more. Like, how does that make you feel?
Uh, it's kind of off and on because, to be honest, Instagram's kind of boring compared to Twitter. Twitter, you kind of get that
Yes.
instant
The,
satisfaction, and you get to see everyone's thoughts and whatnot. Instagram's kind of like more. To me, it feels a lot more of a stuck-up ass app. Like you just post a picture, of like, "Oh, I'm doing this. I bought this, or I'm doing this, and I'm better than you." That's kind of how it feels to me on
well, yeah.
Instagram.
Well, I mean, that's a lot of social media in general, where most people always post about the highlights of their day or the
Hmm.
highlights of their year or whatever, and they don't often post what's actually going on in their life or like actual bad things that are happening. Like you don't like I think on Twitter it's a lot more open receptive to the idea of like you can post on Twitter, I'm depressed, and like most people will probably be like, oh, I hope you feel better, or hey,
Yeah,
stick it out or whatever. Twitter is surprisingly a lot nicer when it comes to mental health.
yeah,
You could probably post I'm depressed on Facebook, and I know plenty of people that would respond to that and be like, why the fuck are you posting this? Like if you're depressed, I'm getting on Facebook.
yeah. But Instagram, I try to make it more lifelike, and I try to inject myself into what I post, and I'm try to be a little bit more mindful. Not that I'm trying to stunt on people. It's more like I'm trying to relate and just
Yeah.
show you like the real part of my life, not like the fake shit where I hit the jackpot and win $1 million, even though it's never happened. Just I try to keep it somewhat realistic so it's relatable.
Yeah, and if you go to my Instagram, like I'll be really honest about it. Like I hardly ever used it. I think if you just scroll like once down, you'll go from the year 2020 like to the year 2018.
Yeah.
Like I don't use it that often, and people shit on people like to shit on cosplayers and e-girls or the only fan chicks.
Mm-hmm.
But most of them would probably make really good social media managers because most of them use social media very well.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you're an attractive person, Instagram's definitely going to benefit you. And if you're a cosplayer, and influencer, I hate that fucking word, but it exists.
Well, what would
It
you rather
definitely
use
works.
instead of influencer?
I mean, that's probably the best term for it.
Yeah, like walking ad.
Yeah, walking fucking ad. Yeah, it's just,
But
oh my god, it's hard to say about influencers because sometimes it's pretty genuine. I say most of the people are genuine, but to me it's just too much. Like if someone's coming at me all the time, like, bro, I know you love Sonic. Here's 1 million Sonic people to follow who are influencers on Sonic and Sega. I'm like, just get out of my face. I don't want to see.
dude, they're building a Sonic drive-through right by where I live.
Yeah.
Which is cool, dude, because my favorite meal from my favorite drink from there is a blue coconut cream slush. Haven't had that in such a long time, so I'm down to try.
Their
it.
drinks are fire. I won't even lie. Good stuff.
Their drinks are okay, but if you haven't tried the blue coconut cream slush, and if you live in the United States, and I say that because the guy that watches is a Yoi. I believe he lives in the Philippines, which is I don't think they would have a Sonic over there. They might have McDonald's. I don't think Sonic.
Dude, he lives in the Philippines and he watches us. Dude,
Yeah.
shout
Yeah,
out
he's
to
Filipino.
that guy. Awesome.
Yeah, his name is Isayoi 90
Yeah,
something.
Isayoi.
He comments on every video.
Yeah. Shout outs to that guy.
Yeah. And the other guy that comments on every video, Just MK, he lives in, I believe he lives in the States.
Yeah.
I don't know what state, but I want to say he lives in the States.
He was in my stream
Yeah.
the other day.
Yeah.
And,
Shout out to those two guys.
Yeah.
Real supporters.
Awesome guy. That's funny. His name is Just MK, but he's always playing Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle.
Yeah. But what I was trying to get to is that and organizing myself. One thing I also want to do is I'm probably gonna do like a really big revamp of all my social medias. Probably Facebook is gonna be the one that's where I'm either gonna make it private or I'm gonna migrate almost all of the information to a new Facebook account, so I can. And the reason I'm doing that is so that I can utilize Instagram better. Because for you guys that don't know, Instagram is owned by Facebook. Facebook owns Instagram, Facebook Gaming, WhatsApp, and something else. I can't remember what else. And there's something called the Facebook Creator Studio where you can post on your desktop to Instagram and to Facebook. You can cross post in between, make the same post over there, transfer that post over here. But I think I'd have to make a new Facebook account to actually really fully utilize it. And it sucks because I was complaining about this on someone else's stream earlier today. But a big issue with Facebook's ecosystem, if whatever you want to call it, is that it's like they retrofitted Facebook to try and fit into Instagram, and some parts of it work. Like if you have an Instagram, if you want to cross post to Facebook, super easy whenever you make a post. But other things like if you want to use the Facebook Creator Studio, you can only cross post to it if it's specifically a Facebook page, and then some of your videos will only be like shared in the Facebook algorithm if it's specifically a like coming from a Facebook page versus a personal Facebook profile.
Mm-hmm.
And then it gets a little bit weirder when you go into Facebook Gaming, because I'm still not 100% sure what Facebook Gaming, like what it's supposed to advertise. I don't know if Facebook Gaming only advertises live streamers or if it also advertises VODs on gaming, for example.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, and so I'm trying to find a way that because the same video I can upload to YouTube, I could also upload to the Facebook profile. I wouldn't have a problem with that at all. But the problem is that visibility, who will see it, and it's a whole bunch of stuff. And Facebook in itself is just so goddamn complicated.
It is, and it's old.
Like that's the thing is that like it used to be so simple to use, and then just I started adding all these features, all these goddamn features, and like have you been to Facebook and then gone on the left side, and then look at all the little things you can do on Facebook?
Yeah, it's a lot now.
Yeah, like let's go through it right now. Okay, so it's my name, Ramiro Avalos. Then voting information center. That's a good one. I like that. Then there's pages. Then there's friends.
Yeah.
Then there's
Groups.
Messenger. Then there's
Messenger.
Marketplace.
Yeah. God.
There's Watch, which is Facebook's like automatic video player.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's groups. Then there's events, fundraisers, friends lists, which I guess is different from friends, whatever. Games, then jobs, most recent, Climate Science Information Center, campus, whatever the hell that is, town hall, which I don't know what that is. Then there's movies, Facebook Pay, which I didn't even know they had a paying system. Oculus, why the fuck is that all the way down there?
Oculus Rift.
Yeah, because Facebook owns Oculus.
Okay.
There's recent ad activity, which is like if you make ads, that's cool. Then under that, there's live videos, which is I guess separate from regular videos. Then there's, and I'm almost done. Weather offers, which is I guess offers is related to the marketplace. Crisis response, gaming video, which is I don't know if that's Facebook gaming. Yeah, it looks like it takes you directly to Facebook gaming. Memories saved, and then lift black voices. It's so goddamn, dude. That's like 30 items.
Yeah.
Like, and that's like if you ever want to be successful, you gotta like fully utilize some of these social medias.
That sounds
You don't have to utilize all of them.
really annoying.
You have to find you have to find like one or two and get really good at them. But it's just like, if you want to get into Facebook, it's just God. Like this is the wall of getting into Facebook now versus what it was getting into it 10 years ago. But Facebook, I'm not gonna give up on it. I was in some Facebook groups, the DOA groups, some other Among Us groups, and those Facebook groups, they're really good to communicate and talk to communities, kind of like Discord or even certain Twitter groups, and that's where a lot of the engagement comes from. If you get comfortable in those groups and people start recognizing you, you can post your content on there, and then that's more new faces, and that does work. I've tried it out. It works. It's fantastic. Yeah. It works. It's just getting through that wall, getting a proper Facebook profile, getting those people in those groups to click on your profile, and then from right there go to possibly your Instagram, but making sure it's connected correctly because of the way Facebook has been retrofitted to work with Instagram. Mm-hmm. That's the hard part,
I would imagine.
So yeah, there's that. And then the last thing I want to touch upon is I did some TikTok videos, and dude, I think I finally found my TikTok niche.
Dog, I thought TikTok was banned.
It's banned, but if you download it, you still have it.
Oh.
And I think you can still get updates. But yeah, it's there. Okay. Oh, you can't even see it. And I get an ad for WWE.
That's hilarious.
No, it's
so you can still use TikTok. Yeah. Okay.
It's still there, and then like the first thing that pops up is just like
feet pics.
Chicks. No, it's some chick looking at herself in the mirror.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, that's the only thing I don't like about TikTok is that there's so many young people on there, and some of them, half of the girls are like in bikinis and stuff, and I'm just like, TikTok is like the perfect profile for like the perfect platform for a chomo to use.
Oh God.
And that I don't like because it reminds me of the first Adpocalypse where you had these dudes that were going to all these kid videos and in the comments just putting like little time codes. Do you remember that?
No. I was
people.
Go ahead.
Well, people were going into these these like videos of like kids ballet dancing or kids going into pools and stuff. Like, and then what they would do is that they would go to these videos and they would just put in the comments like certain times where like the kids would be in, vulnerable positions or
Oh
whatever you want to call
Jesus
it.
Christ! Oh my
Yeah,
God!
and that was part of the reason why the monetization, like a lot of videos got demonetized because like some of the videos being monetized were looked at like this, and then YouTube had to change its algorithm, and then that's part of the reason again when like you upload a video to YouTube, it says, "Is this appropriate for kids?"
Oh
Or
yeah,
are
yeah.
or and the other question it asks is, "Are there kids in this video?"
Mm-hmm.
Is because you have some assholes that ruin it for everybody.
Yeah, I saw that, and there was a bunch of like content. It was like advertised to kids, but it was really like mature stuff, like Spider-Man humping Elsa from Frozen. I saw that video
Yeah,
circulating. I remember that.
yeah, that was part of that was part of that too. This is that first apocalypse had so much going in it.
Yeah.
I mean, here's a good example. Like, so I as you guys know, I babysit. I'm babysitting my sister's kids, and sometimes during the day, not all the time, but I'll put them Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, because not gonna lie, those new cartoons that they put on Cartoon Network, some of them are pretty fucking cool.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Craig from the Creek. Shout out to Gumball. Gumball is like one of my favorite new cartoons. Have you seen that shit?
No, I don't know any of these.
Dude, Gumball. You gotta check that out. There are so many jokes that just fly over kids' heads because they're straight up for it. There's an episode where he goes like full social justice warrior on somebody,
Oh God.
and and no, but it makes fun of that whole thing, and it inverts the whole thing on itself.
Mm-hmm.
There's an episode where they're trying to get into the new Space Wars movie, which is a parody of Star Wars, and all they do is shit on how the old Star Wars fans are mean to some of the newer Star Wars fans, and then how people are getting like way too reeled into this like hype circle, and they spend the whole movie trying to find movie tickets and go through like it's just like, and granted the animation's funny and the kids going to it is funny, but it's like there's also all these jokes that like I'm watching it with them and I'm like, dude, this is legit really funny. Like you guys don't understand some of this. This is very funny to adults.
Yeah, I think I stopped at the regular show, but
Uh, Regular show, I liked a little bit, but you definitely check out Gumball. It's got some of that regular show energy, and like, there's just so many different levels of jokes on that show. Like, it reminds me a little bit. You saw the Boondocks, right?
yeah,
Yeah. Did you like the Boondocks?
hell yeah.
Yeah. So the Boondocks, if you watch it, like I was watching some clips earlier this week, and I didn't realize how like layered some of their jokes were.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, where there's the blatant stuff, which is sometimes it's making fun of racism or systematic racism, or I don't know, just like hood culture or something. And yeah, it looks funny. Like it's funny just because of the way it looks or whatever. And then, and then like if you think about it more, it like I was watching that episode with Thugnificent.
Yeah.
Yeah, where he gets introduced,
Mm-hmm.
and like he should, like they go to his community, his home, like where he grew up, and it was called Terra Bell,
Yeah, Terrible.
which would be Latin for terrible.
Yes.
Yeah, and like I was just like, I didn't get that as a kid. I was like, oh, that's fucking like that's genius right there. And then like there's a part where like he's talking, he's like, you got people that got to choose between food for themselves or food for their kids, and then you see a naked dude walk by. He's like, or clothes for themselves or clothes for the kids.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's like, and the reporter Sway, I think it was Sway, is talking to him, and he's like, well, why aren't the cops doing anything about it? It's like, cops? There's no cops here. They just left.
He was like, yeah, the cops just got the fuck up out of here.
Yeah, and he's like, that's when they put a fence around here, and I was just like, oh shit, they turned this into like an internment camp, and nobody knows. And layered jokes like that, where it's funny like that the cops left, but then they mention the fence, and you're just like, what the fuck? The fence? Why is there a fence here? And it's an electric fence, so nobody gets out.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's just like the Boondocks has a lot of jokes like that, where if you think about it for a second, it's really fucked up, but it's fucked up satire. And then Gumball is a lot like that, where it's like got a lot of multi-layered jokes. But the reason, sorry about the tangents. The reason why I mentioned Gumball is because once again, going back to the YouTube ad stuff and kids being advertised things that they shouldn't be advertised. There's a there's a commercial on Cartoon Network like halfway through an episode of Gumball or something talking about car insurance. 1-800 General now. And I'm just like, if no adults are watching this and if kids are just watching this throughout the day, who the fuck is this commercial for?
The adults
Or
watching it with their
or there's
kids. That's about it.
yeah, but like I just don't see, like, I don't, since I was a kid and I didn't grow up with cable all the time. Sometimes we had it, sometimes we didn't. I don't know anybody that ever watched any of those cartoon shows with their adults. I don't. Do you?
No, unless they're kind of just lingering in the background, and the kids are just there, and the parents are in like the kitchen or something.
Yeah, but even then, like, those are commercials that require you to pay a little bit of attention.
Yeah,
like, there was another commercial that was talking about, like, oh, if you took this medication, you might need to contact a lawyer. And I was just like, who the fuck is this commercial for? Like, I'm just like, there's kids. What? This is Craig of the Creek. Like, this. Who are these commercials for?
Yeah, well, I guess the toys aren't selling as much as like they used to.
Yeah, it's like there's laws that part of the reason why YouTube had that apocalypse is because there's laws that you cannot advertise to children. That's part of the reason why the most recent apocalypse happened, is that they were having advertisements in these videos for kids, and you cannot advertise to children. So I don't know how Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon or whatever is getting away with this. Like, how are you advertising insurance to kids?
Well, I mean, insurance
Or
wasn't
toys.
like a bad thing. It wasn't like the 90s where it was like Joe Cool was advertising smoking to kids.
Yeah.
The little Camel dude.
I was showing my
fucking frogs advertising beer to kids.
But what?
Yeah.
I was showing my sister like an ad from like the 20s. I was like, oh yeah, doctors used to recommend cigarettes. Look at this.
Mm-hmm.
Just pulled it up. It's like 9 out of 10 doctors recommend Camels.
Yeah, it's not like it was back in the day.
And then there was another one. I know this got turned into a meme, but it was like medicine for curing headaches, and it had like, it was like a carb. It was like it had coke, it had marijuana,
Oh, God.
it had like, yeah. There was like look up the old remedies that people use for like curing headaches, and you'd be like, wait, people were just casually doing drugs, and they either did or did not know about it.
Yep.
But long story short, I was just organizing my stuff. Cartoon Network's got some great cartoons now that really cool. Check out Gumball. Check out Craig of the Creek. Okay, here's a good. Okay, before I let you go, Craig of the Creek. Okay, so you know how people get stuff from Amazon all the time now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so Craig of the Creek. There's an episode where all the kids are playing by the creek, and guess what they built?
An Amazon warehouse.
Not an Amazon warehouse, but they built a city built out of cardboard boxes, because all kids play now. Like, if you live in like a modern house, if you're growing up now, your parents order things online, and like my sister's kids, they play with these cardboard boxes that they get from Amazon all the time. They make stuff out of them. They make forts. They try and turn them into beds or whatever. And I just thought that was like such a smart like joke right there, going like, oh yeah, kids would have cardboard boxes because their parents have cardboard boxes all the time from all the stuff that they order.
Yeah.
And so like they got everyone's bringing their cardboard boxes to this creek, and I'm just like, damn, like kids watching this will probably not understand what's going on, and I'm over here going like, I get it. Like, these are good shows on Cartoon Network right now.
Dude, that sounds like a lot of fun though. I wish I would have thought of that when I was a kid.
I know, right?
Building the whole
Dude,
city
I
out
was
of
watching.
cardboard boxes and then connecting them. Dude, that'd be sick.
Dude, there's a there's a few subreddits like Made Me Smile that I follow. Yeah, there was one where a kid posted like he like a cosplay, and it was like, well, a cosplayer posted a picture of her son or whatever, and it was like this is the kid in like a robot suit made out of cardboard, and I was just like, that makes sense. You have cardboard laying around, may as well use it.
Yeah, when I was a broke little kid living with my mom, Section 8, first Halloween, I was a stop sign made out of cardboard. Mm-hmm.
Uh, uh,
Yeah. Second one, Ninja Turtle. It's Michelangelo.
dude, I remember I went to a Halloween contest when I was in like third or fourth grade, and I remember we just bought. It's so funny. I felt so embarrassed to go to school. Like I would have been. I felt embarrassed going to school like this. Like I would have been. Like I would have had more confidence wearing the full suit, which I probably wouldn't. I would have been as embarrassed. But we got the Batman mask
Mm-hmm.
with the little cape, and then the rest of the costume. You know what it was? It was just a T-shirt that had the Batman logo on it,
Gee.
and then just some black jeans and some sneakers.
Hey, you do what you can, man. You gotta innovate.
Yeah, but I mean, when you're a kid, like it doesn't matter as long as kids are having fun. It really does not
Yeah, I'm
matter.
pretty sure I was like 1 years old. I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, and also kids like they don't know if you're rich or poor. They just don't know.
Yeah, the whole point was we were going out getting candy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, which kids don't even do these days. I think we were like the '90s kids were like the last ones to go outside and trick or treat,
Dude,
like really trick or treat.
2020 might kill Halloween.
Nothing can ever kill Halloween. It's always in your
Dude,
spirit.
what was okay? Here, what was the weirdest thing you ever got for Halloween?
Got for Halloween, like
Yeah.
from trick or treating,
Yeah,
probably
or some of the weirdest things that you can think of.
probably like a toothbrush and toothpaste, which was probably a good thing to get on Halloween, to be honest. In like retrospect,
The weirdest thing I remember getting is like we went to this one lady's house and she gave us some a ramen cup, like the cup of noodles. And then she gave us some cookies, like one of those little small packets of Ritz.
gave you ramen. Oh my god.
Yeah, I just remember going looking at her like, what do I do with this? Like we didn't.
Thanks.
No, yeah, for real. It was definitely one of those moments where I was like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
But how was sorry if I talk too much. How was your week, dude?
Oh, it was pretty good, man. Just working. We had a full work week this week, and then I got to read some comics, The Three Jokers, which was pretty fire. A good story. Can't
Oh yeah,
wait to
the
get
one you bought. How was that?
Oh, it's good. I like when comic books are short and like condensed, or they're like trades, so you can just read most of the story and then just get it done with.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a pretty good
Yeah.
story so far. Part 2 and part 3 are coming out. I think 2 is already out. 3's coming out next week. This week coming up, I think.
Okay.
Definitely been playing a lot of Mario. It's Mario 64. Streamed it a little bit.
Yeah.
Definitely fun times.
Yeah, I saw you playing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really cool to watch like someone actually play it again. I haven't seen anyone play that game in a while.
Yeah, it's like a good nostalgia trip. And I've also been playing.
Did you complete it?
I beat the game, but I didn't get all the stars yet. I think I'm at like 80 something
Okay.
stars.
Are you gonna get all the stars?
I think I am.
Mm.
I think I am. Before, I used to just skip them and go straight to Bowser. But I think now I'm like, you know what? I'll 100% the game for once. And I don't like 100%ing anything, to be honest.
No, I wouldn't want to 100% it.
Yeah,
No way.
I'm pretty lazy when it comes to 100%ing games. People are like, oh, I get all the trophies. I'm like, I'm not that motivated. I wish I was.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, have you played Sunshine at all or no?
Yeah, I played it back on the GameCube when I had it, but I don't even think I finished that game. I'm pretty sure I got pretty far, and then just kept playing Smash Bros. Or Star Fox Adventures, which I hate that fucking game now, but yeah. F-Zero as well.
Okay. Okay. Man, I don't know when they're gonna release another F-Zero game.
Yeah, I would love for Nintendo to do that. The game's a lot of fun, but I would
They could
finish.
just
I would finish Sunshine, and I've never played Galaxy, so it's a chance to play that.
Yeah, I've never really been into that much of a platformer. I like the Mario RPG games, like the ones that were on the Game Boy.
Oh
And
yeah, Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga and all those.
I mean, I do. Yeah, I do remember enjoying Sunshine. I remember not liking 64. I remember being there's just parts of that game that just scared me when I was a kid,
Oh, like the boost stage and all that.
like that, and also like the big bomb and like Bowser. Like Bowser looks like really aggressive in that game.
Yeah, he doesn't look too bad. Nothing really scared me in that game.
Yeah, I mean, looking now, it might not look too bad, but like if I was like 7 years old and I was looking at that, going like,
I was a kid.
I don't know about.
It didn't really scare me, but I was exposed to a lot of scary shit when I was a kid. Like I watched Child's Play when I was like 3, which I definitely should not
Dude,
have seen.
that movie scared the shit out of me. Did
Yeah,
not like it.
it traumatized me. And then the following Christmas, my mom got me a freaking My Buddy doll, and I looked at her. I was like, "Yo, he's evil. You need to put him outside." And she was like, "What's wrong with you? Why don't you like My Buddy?" I'm like, "He's bad. He's bad. He hurts people. Put him outside." And then she had found out
Oh,
I
that's
saw
funny.
the
Yeah.
movie and like she fucking blamed my dad. She reamed his ass out.
Yeah, no, yeah, I that whole Chucky stuff, all that scared it scared the fuck out of me. Even the new stuff, like I was watching a trailer for like the most recent one. I think it's called like Cult of Chucky or something like that,
Yeah,
and I was just like, this doll shit. I don't like just doll shit. Just I don't like.
they've gotten like
Like I know it's.
really goofy now.
I mean, they can get. It's the thing. It's just I don't know, man. I don't like doll shit. Doll creepy doll stuff. Not my cup of tea.
Yeah,
I can deal with it because I know it's fake. Don't like it.
I was surprised that like Slappy from Goosebumps never like caught on. That was my dude.
Yeah. Well, my nephews, they were watching the old Goosebumps because it's on Netflix,
Mm-hmm.
and they were watching, and they got to that like puppet episode, the slap, and they didn't like him either. I was like,
Told
yeah,
you
we're not watching
that shit was
this.
actually kind of scary. They had a couple scary episodes, man. It was a good show.
You know,
And like I used to read the
it's
books as a kid. I was obsessed with them books and scary stories to tell in the dark. Man, I was obsessed with that shit, big time.
yeah. There was a show that I did kind of like. I don't think it was Goosebumps. So I
Oh,
don't know what it was, but it wasn't
are you
Goosebumps.
afraid of the dark?
I don't know. Let me see. Are you
That was
afraid of
one
the
on
dark?
Snick Saturday night Nickelodeon.
No, it was no, it was on Kids WB. I just can't remember what it was. It was on that or PBS.
Hmm.
I don't know. I just the episode I remember was a kid eats a watermelon seed and he starts like growing vines and kind of like turning into water like not into like a watermelon vine, and I remember just kind of being freaked out by
Dude, that
that.
was Rugrats, man.
No, that was also in this one show.
Oh.
It was a real life show. I just can't remember what it was called.
Hmm.
I don't think it was Goosebumps though, because Goosebumps is very. The I also didn't like the gnome episode of Goosebumps. Yeah. Also, I watched that once again when we were watching the Goosebumps with the kids. That is a midget in a gnome
Oh my
suit.
god, look at Ramiro. 20 plus years old, still scared of Goosebumps.
Dude, I don't know, man. It's just something's like I know it's not real. It just irks me a little bit.
Mm. Well, the other thing I've been doing is playing Crash Bandicoot 4, which is actually fucking fire. That game is awesome.
Does it have any microtransactions at all or no?
Hell no. Actually, one thing that's really good about the game is the game has a whole bunch of skins, right? But you earn the
Hmm.
skins by actually playing the game and completing objectives in the game. Who would have thought
Uh,
in 2020 we can get free skins by actually playing the game? Shout outs to Toys for Bob.
um,
You guys did an excellent job with that one.
um, with do any of the skins? Do they have any like special powers, or are they just like the skins related to the stage that you're playing?
They're usually related to the stage, but I don't think any of them had any special powers. Not any of the ones that I ran across. Then again,
Hmm.
I'm only like maybe 50% through the game, maybe 40%. But you get powers usually from like using the different masks, which is cool because like it keeps like the
Oh,
tool
that's
set
different.
from Crash 2, and then it kind of gives you the
Okay.
mask to add like special moves, unlike Crash 3.
Mm. In this one, is there any like time travel at all or no?
Uh, you kind of go to different like planes or like different dimensions in the game. It's not really.
Yeah.
It's kind of explained a little bit, but it's fucking Crash Bandicoot.
I mean, it's yeah, it's also like cartoony in
Yeah,
style and stuff.
but it's cool. And then you get to play as different characters. So Tanya, which was or Tana, I think it's Tana, which was Crash's girlfriend in like the first Crash game, which you see her at the end of the bonus stage.
Hmm.
She's back, but now she's all like adventured up, and they made her like thick as fuck for whatever reason. That's she's gonna end up on fucking Rule 34 like now. But she has a grappling hook
Anything?
and she plays pretty cool, so
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, she can wall jump. She's pretty badass.
Yeah, dude. Platformers, not my. I don't think I've ever played a platform outside of like Sunshine, and even I don't even know if I like Sunshine now. I remember playing Crash Bandicoot back in the day too. I don't know, man. Like I like those platformer games when I was little. I don't like them as much as an adult.
Yeah, I still enjoy them. As long as they're not Gex or Gex 3D or fucking Bubsy 3D or any of the crappy ones, I'll enjoy it.
The one platformer I do want to play though is Super Mario Maker,
Oh yeah, that game's hella
and then
fun. Yeah, super fun.
also Dreams. I don't know if Dreams is considered a platform. I know it's considered a whole bunch of other genres, but I wouldn't mind playing like the games where people make the stages as a platformer. I think that's fun, just because you can see how bullshit some stuff is.
Dude, how some of these people spent their time building those stages on Mario Maker is in fucking sane.
Yeah, and that's why it's funny. I love watching people like fail or struggle on those. Like I if I had a Switch, I would probably have Super Mario Maker. I'd probably be playing it a lot on stream.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, but some of those levels are damn near impossible.
But okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Were you playing any other games, or is it just mostly those two?
Those two on stream, I still play Dead by Daylight here and there. Dead or Alive
And
6.
where do you stream, Rich? Where do you stream?
Oh, I stream on twitch.tv/Yo It's Rich Medic. Check me
Yeah,
out.
look at that smooth ass segue right there.
Hell yeah.
Um, but yeah, let's get into some of this news.
Yeah.
All right, so the big thing, the really big thing is that hoes are still mad.
Oh yeah. That's kind of the way of the world. Hoes are always mad.
Yeah, and this originally it was for Byleth, and now it's for Steve.
Yeah, I forgot about Violet. They were like, "Oh yeah, another Fire
Hoes
Emblem
be mad.
character."
Yeah, well, that's when the hoes be mad trend like really started taking off in the Smash Bros community, and everybody was like, "Hoes be mad, hoes be mad."
Honestly, I was kind of disappointed with Violet. They were like, "Oh yeah, here comes a new character." It's like, guess what? Fire Emblem again. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
And also, technically, Steve is another sword user.
Yeah, well, he's got a pickaxe too.
No, that's a sword. I'm pretty sure that's a sword.
Oh, okay. I like Steve. He's goofy, whimsical. Minecraft kind of fits in there.
I saw that that you can get on his I think it's his down B where he builds a block and you can totally just gate people out of the corner. Which I thought is really, really mean. I can imagine that. Oh, dude, there's gonna be some salty ass people.
Mm-hmm.
Salty ass people when that happens.
Yeah, I actually played a little bit of Smash Bros. It was fun on stream. I got my ass kicked by two people, and then I beat this Sonic player who knew his new combos. Mind you, I don't know shit in Smash, but I was surprised at my one good win.
Smash is a fighting game, but once again, I would probably play a lot of if I had a Switch.
Dude, it's a lot of fun. I play very,
Yeah, I
very
don't see myself.
casually.
I just don't see myself getting a Switch anytime soon, unfortunately.
Yeah, I enjoy it. But I think Minecraft coming to, or Minecraft Steve, whatever you want to call him, cool character coming to Smash. Nothing wrong with it, in my opinion. Honestly, I hate Byleth more than I hate Steve, to be completely honest.
Yeah, the reaction was just really the reaction to Steve was just really funny,
It
just because
definitely
it's just
was.
there was a video I watched where a dude was like I saw Low Tier God's reaction to it, and he was just
Oh
like,
God.
this is the problem with the world or some shit like that. Well, that's
There's a
the
lot
thing
of
about Low
people
Tier
like
God. That's
that.
that low tier God mentality where literally everything else is the problem but you.
Yeah.
You are the common denominator, but everything else is fucking up.
That shit was hilarious. Even it was even on like Facebook. People were like, "Why the fuck is Minecraft in Smash Bros now? This is bullshit." I'm like, seems okay.
Yeah, and then I saw another reaction video where a dude was just like almost crying that this dude got in the game. And I was like, what the fuck?
I know. Why would they put kids game characters in a kids game? Why would they do that?
Well, I think another one was like another person saying like, who wants this? Who would want this? And it's like Minecraft's only like one of the most popular games in the world.
Oh yeah,
There's plenty of
yeah.
people that would want this.
No one plays Minecraft
Plenty.
anymore. You never see people streaming Minecraft. Of course not.
Yeah. Yeah, plenty of people would want this. Like, it's just you don't want this.
Yeah.
Literally, it's the minority that does not want this.
Yeah, I made that post. It was like, oh, how dare Nintendo not put my favorite games in my game?
Yeah.
Hire me, Nintendo. I should be working for you. I can make you lots of money. I know what to do.
Yeah, like right now the top Minecraft stream has 15,000 viewers on Twitch.
Yep.
Like it's I mean, well, let's go to Super Smash Bros. Let's see what Super Smash Bros. Ultimate has.
Yeah, I mean, even XQC plays Minecraft, so very popular.
Yeah, so right now the top Super Smash Bros. Stream is 3.2 thousand viewers. Clearly, more people play Minecraft than Super Smash Bros. I think Nintendo's just trying to get their numbers up.
Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't they? It's a good marketing idea. Good play.
Yeah. Yep.
It's better than people being like, oh, put Goku in Smash, put fucking all these anime characters
Sora
in
from
Smash.
Kingdom Hearts.
Oh my god, Sora would be cool. Sora would be cool in Kingdom Hearts. Smash.
I would like Goku in Smash just so that joke can become a fucking prophecy. And then just be like,
put Soul from
Goku,
Soul Eater in Smash.
but then you have everyone going, Gino!
Yeah, put all the fucking anime characters in Smash.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's so funny because talking about any Smash leaks at all times means that literally anybody could be in there.
Yeah.
Literally, almost anybody. They don't even, at this point, have to be on a Nintendo platform anymore.
Yeah, they shouldn't. I mean, just have fun with the game. They already have like fucking 60 plus characters.
Microsoft has 2 characters in Smash.
Yeah, put Master Chief in that joint.
At this point, might as well make it a trilogy.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's Smash is being Smash. That's cool. Let's see over here. Xbox Series X and the PS5 have 200 gigabytes OSs.
Yeah.
Which makes sense, but at the same time doesn't.
Yeah, it's
I think that will...
a lot of memory for an operating system. Holy shit.
I think over time with the system updates, I actually think that number's going to go down.
Hopefully.
As they kind of learn how to compress for that. I do, but because Call of Duty Modern Warfare, right now to run it, you need 250 gigabytes.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Dude, I think I said it when we first started the stream, where I think Activision is systematically just trying to take over your system storage so that they can kind of push everything else
just play
out.
Call of Duty.
For reals. It was like the first or second episode I said it, and I really do believe it. I 100% believe it.
Jesus. I mean, the systems themselves, the Series S comes with like a terabyte. PlayStation 5 comes with, I think it's 825. so there's less. I myself have 2 terabytes in my PlayStation 4. I really enjoy having 2 terabytes. I couldn't imagine going back to like fucking 500. That would suck ass.
Yeah, and then not only that, but the games are they're just gonna be bigger now.
Yeah.
That being said, dude, I'm 100% ready for this new console generation thing.
Yeah, me too.
Like I want it, I want it to start already.
Yeah, I'm ready for it. Thankfully, we don't have too much longer. And then you're getting the Series X. I'm getting the PlayStation 5, so we can always compare and be the
Yeah,
viewer's
I mean,
gateway into, getting that next generation in your house.
well, the one thing that got me excited was that the how did you see Digital Foundry's video on how the Series X was performing?
Yeah, and they have like 60 frames off of like even Sekiro, which was 30 frames
Yeah,
before,
even
like less than 30. Now it's like at a stable 60. It's impressive.
the one that was really impressive was GTA 4 because that is a 2 generation old title with uncapped frame rate,
Mm-hmm.
and it would always cover between like 20 and 40, but it was running at a smooth 60 almost the whole time.
Yeah.
And if they can get an uncapped, unoptimized game to run at 60 FPS, like I want to, like all these old games that I have, the reason why I still have a PS3 is because I have all these old games that I can't play on another system, and like, I might get the Series X and I might get some of those backwards compatibility games like right now, I'm thinking FF13, 1, 2, and 3, and also Need for Speed Most Wanted to see, how they would run on that system. Because those are the games that I really want to play right now, and I can't because PS4 can't run it, and I don't want to plug my PS3 in because it's a pain in the ass. I already have too many things being plugged into all these outlets.
Yep.
I'm afraid of starting an electrical fire.
Yeah, but that's good. That's a good win for Xbox Series X adopters, because you guys are gonna get
Yeah.
some good frame rates now. I don't know about
Yeah,
PlayStation
and
5. Hopefully, we get something like that. But yeah,
dude, I don't even know what they're going to do for their backwards compatibility program. I can imagine that they're going to run a lot of PS4 games, if not most of them.
mm-hmm.
Anything before that, I'm assuming that they're just going to go harder in on PlayStation Now.
Yeah, they said everything from like July on is guaranteed to work, but before that, I'm not so sure. You can probably
And then
guess that if it
PlayStation,
was like a super successful game, it'll probably work. Would be my guess.
and the problem with PlayStation Now is that you can't download all the games on PlayStation Now. You can download some of them, but even then, you're put in a queue system, and even then, you have to stream a majority of the library. You have to be connected. Like it's just not done well.
It's trash. I tried to play, I think, Psychonauts on it, and I was like, hell no. I
Hmm.
turned that shit off ASAP.
Yeah, at least with the Xbox Game Pass, you can download the full game to your system
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
and just play it right there. Uh, I don't. I don't know. I wish they would have not have gone so hard in on PlayStation Now. I feel like at this point it's kind of starting to backfire with how well Xbox Game Pass, which now has xCloud,
Mm-hmm.
and then that can also be used on your PC and on your phone, and it works better than Stadia.
Yes, everything works better than
Like
Stadia.
it's just there's just very little downsides to having it. Like if you can afford it, why the hell not at this point?
Mhm. How much was that 1 terabyte add-on for the Xbox One?
It's
Xbox
$200.
Series X.
Like
Jesus.
yeah, it's like $220.
God damn.
Yeah, it's a lot, and it's gonna take a while for that to go down in price.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna take a long ass
Because
time.
I know when 2021 hits, probably like at least midway through or before that, I'm going to need to get like an external hard drive for the PlayStation 5.
Dude, I think it's gonna be before that.
I wouldn't be
I really
surprised.
think it's gonna be before that.
Would not be surprised if it
Like
was before that.
yeah, like right now, like with the weight, because you got to think about it, like 1080p, like 4K is 4 times bigger than 1080p.
Mm-hmm.
Like look at all your games and just multiply the storage. Like I'm turning on my PS4 just so I can actually do that right now, and just multiply the storage by 4. Like Apex Legends, like let's say you want to run it at real like 4K resolution,
Mm-hmm.
that's like a 50 gigabyte game. Like that's a 200 gigabyte game at 4K.
Yeah, most of mine, I think, are in like the 50, 40 range
Yeah.
because I don't play like Call of Duty, but like Final Fantasy 7, yeah, probably a pretty big game. I can't remember how big it was, but I think that was the most biggest game I recently deleted.
Yeah, it's like it's just it's so it's just wild with how much like these things how much they cost.
Oh, that's a badass
Like
background.
oh yeah, dude. Oh, I never showed you this background, huh?
No.
Yeah, I'll actually send you this actual background. It cost me like $5. It's my favorite one of all time that I ever actually downloaded. It's like in I don't even know how you call it, isometrical lion or whatever.
Dude, that's totally a tiger.
No, yeah, tiger, whatever. And then you see the wireframe around it, and then it's also distorting the back. Yeah, okay, but like look at DOA 6, 65. Like imagine that, multiply that by 4, and well, actually with DOA it would probably be about as big as the Xbox One version is, because the Xbox One X version of it
Mm-hmm.
is already running at 4K. It's just 4K 30 FPS.
Yeah, and they showed Dead or Alive
But
6 on the Series X.
yeah,
Yeah, it was running 60
yeah,
frames. It was nice.
because I was looking at like ways they can run for Dead or Alive at higher resolutions, and that is one of those games. I want to say Rocket League is already running at 4K as well. It also has HDR. Player Unknown's Battleground. This runs at 1080p for sure. That's 39 gigabytes right there, dude.
Mm-hmm.
39. Let's see, Apex. 48. That runs at I want to say
Thought that would be
1440.
bigger. Wow,
17.
Soul Calibur is small.
Yeah. Oh, dude, Dead or Alive 6 is by far the fighting game that has the most. 7.12. I want to say this runs at 1080p upscale to 4K. Overwatch, this can actually run at 4K if given the 23.52 gigabytes.
That's pretty good.
Like multiply that by 4. Yeah, but like Guilty Gear, this is probably 10. Multiply that by 4, 40. Like, okay, but fighting. I feel like fighting games are not fair. 7.22. Multiply that by like it's just. I don't know, man. Like, I'm looking at some of these sizes and Call of Duty's right now. I'm looking at you. You're freaking notorious. What's Death Stranding? 49. Like, Detroit Become Human. That's already at 4K. That's
Wow,
43.
that game is 43. Good lord.
Yeah, but like what's Fortnite? I know Fortnite can run at 4K. 35. Yeah, like some of these assets, they're gonna be huge. All right, I'm gonna turn this off now. I just don't know how they can I don't know how they can tell people that, hey, you're gonna be cool with 800 gigabytes.
You're definitely not.
I think what they might do is that they might do what they did with like Resident Evil 7 on the Switch. Do you remember what they did with that?
Did it like compressed and stuff?
They did. I mean, it's a smaller compressed version, but to play that game, you need to be connected to Wi-Fi at all times because it downloads higher res assets when you're connected to Wi-Fi. So it looks better when you're on Wi-Fi.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if they're going to do something like that.
Yeah, but even then, it's like you get 825, and then 200 is already taken, so that leaves you with like nothing. That's like 4 Call of Duties, and you're bricked.
Yeah, if you're putting that new Call of Duty in there, like you're already at like you're probably going to be like at 200 just with that new Call of Duty on its own.
Yeah. Sheesh.
Like oh man, yeah. The new more consoles, more problems.
Mm-hmm. Well, the next one we got MK11's got Halloween skins coming, so all you NetherRealm heads got some more skins coming your way, which is awesome. I anticipate a lot more games will be doing that. Not DOA, but other games that are popular will have Halloween skins.
I don't know what they're gonna do with DOA. I saw Emery Rain's video on what if DOA 6 was the last game, and I didn't like that video because I put a long ass comment on it.
Oh shit.
Yeah, well, my argument is like people say this about fighting games all the time. Like they all the goddamn time. It's so goddamn annoying, dude.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the people that didn't like Street Fighter 4 were the people that like Street Fighter 3 more than Street Fighter 4. The people that didn't like Street Fighter Five were the people that like Street Fighter Four more than Street Fighter Five.
Yeah.
Like that was the main example that I used. Like the people that like DOA 5 last round are the same people that like DOA 5 last round is the fourth iteration of that game. There's DOA 5, DOA 5 Plus, DOA 5 Ultimate or whatever it was called, and then there's DOA 5 last round, which came on next gen systems.
Yeah.
So it already had better performance. Like it's just that is the fourth version of that game. That's an old generation game running on new hardware. That's I don't get people that say, "Oh, that was the." Well, I don't know. We go from that game to this game, and I'm just like, that game was refined over the course of like 5 years, and then re-released again.
Yeah. They had time.
Yeah, and with DOA 5, like with DOA 6, it seems like they got a brand new graphics engine. Not only did they get a new graphics engine, they working with new hardware. With DOA 5, they at least had the skeleton of DOA 4 to piggyback off of.
Mm-hmm.
Which they use for sure. But I just man, I don't get it. I don't. And my point being was like, I can't imagine a game company would want to make another game for all these fans if all they do is shit on it all the time. Like,
Yeah.
and then there's things to criticize for sure. I'm not saying that there aren't things to criticize. There's definitely things to criticize. But if you're constantly tweeting at the company to be like, hey, the game you release is absolute ass and trash,
Yeah.
then they're like, why would they want to make another game?
Exactly. And I think I made that point on stream like a while ago. I said if you give more like constructive feedback, like the ground game for one thing, Emery definitely talked about that. And then they tried
Yeah.
to implement a little bit of the ground game back into the game.
Yeah.
So he got a little
Yeah,
bit
and
of a win for that. But for every time that happened, someone else would be like, oh, well, this fucking sucks or that fucking sucks. You guys are bitches. Why are you doing this? God, you guys are idiots. They're going to be like, all right, well, clearly you're not interested, so I'm going to move on to something else. Like Neo 3.
Yeah, like yeah.
Yeah.
Like there was a guy I got in a small little Twitter fight with on Soul Calibur 6, and he was like, fix your fucking game, it's trash. And I was like, dude, okay, you bought the game, they gave you a whole bunch of free updates, they did a whole bunch of balance changes for free. The only thing you have to pay for are the new characters. And like, they gave everybody new moves for free. They gave everybody a new reversal edge mechanic for free. Most of the stages, even though they're DLC stages, you can still play them online for free. You just can't practice with them offline, but online you can still play them for free. And like this guy was complaining about his specifically Voldo, and I'm just like, you can't just go to these developers and just tweet at them. Not only tweet at them directly, but tweet at them directly in English because they're Japanese. They probably don't understand English as well as you do. Like whatever grievances you have, one, you're already going through a language barrier. And two, you're already coming off hot. Like they're not going to want to deal with you.
Yeah.
And like I unfollowed him and he got mad. He's like, "Oh, I see you unfollow me. This is the kind of person you are." And I was just like, "Dude, look at you're being an asshole. Like, these people don't owe you anything, let alone a specific buff for your specific character."
Yeah, when it comes to feedback and criticism, like you got to meet people halfway, and you need to understand where they're coming from and kind of like give them a reason to why your character or why X character needs this or that, or the game mechanics need this or that. That kind of works better than just screaming at why does Kasumi have a 9-frame jab and Nico has a 9-frame jab and Hayate doesn't. They're not going to give a shit.
Yeah, no. And the other thing too is like another good example is Dragon Ball FighterZ. Like Bandai Namco has supported that for a while now, and almost at this point, at least like once every like half year to full year, they do like a full comprehensive like update.
Yeah.
Where they change a little bit of all the characters.
And the game literally got better because all the characters got buffed. So most of the characters are all like viable now. It's really just on the player to be creative with their teams. Yeah,
and it's just like, that's another good example of, and there's definitely people in those communities bitching. But I mean, the community, they see that they're participating in the community. They have a community manager It's working for them. Like the community manager for any game, they don't want to enter. They don't want to deal with people that are in a bad mood all the time. Like if you go to McDonald's and you order a Big Mac and you order it really angrily and aggressively, like you really think they're gonna want to make you your sandwich?
Probably not.
Yeah,
But
it's a yeah.
I would love it if DOA had more Halloween costumes, but I don't anticipate DOA 6 getting any more updates at all. I think that game is
I
fucking done.
You know what? I used to think that. I don't think so anymore. I think at this point that they're just waiting for better hardware so that they can do more things without having to overhaul a lot of the engine.
Yeah, my guess is keep making Dead or Alive content, show that you're interested in the game, and maybe we'll get Dead or Alive 7.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for every 10 videos on why Dead or Alive is a bad game, there's like only one video on doing something in DOA, whether it's a
Yeah,
combo video or
because
a combo
that's
tutorial
just
or
the
a fight.
general cool thing to say for most people. Even though people play this game like every fucking day, they're never gonna say,
Yeah.
"Oh, this game is enjoyable." I think it's an enjoyable game. I think it's fun.
And even the people, like most of the people that say that DOA 6 is a bad game, why wouldn't you just rather play DOA 5? Like it runs at 60 FPS, it runs at 1080p. Like it just looks darker.
Yeah,
But like why wouldn't you play, like why would you keep on playing DOA? Like if DOA 6 is such a terrible fucking game, why would you keep wasting time
yeah.
on it?
Just play
Especially if
something
you know
else.
that game isn't going
That's what I
anywhere.
would do. Just play something else.
Yeah.
I thought Street
Ah,
Fighter 5 was trash. I just stopped playing the game. It's pretty easy.
yeah. And if you want to play Street Fighter 4, they re-released Street Fighter 4 on the PS4.
Yeah, I have it. I play it all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, and then if you really don't like Street Fighter 4 and you want to play Street Fighter 3, that's also on the PS4.
Yeah.
Like, this happens with every fighting game generation. And then, it's a dumb conversation to have because me and you, we understand what we're saying, but there's a whole bunch of other people who are like, hurt my character.
Basically.
Yeah. Anyways, CD Projekt Red, they entered Crunch despite saying that they wouldn't.
Yeah, finish up Cyberpunk. People were pretty mad about that.
I'm actually not that upset about this one because they said that they were also paying their employees overtime, and their employees, everyone that worked on the game, is gonna get a bonus because of the sales.
Yeah, that's also very good. They get a certain percent
Yeah,
too,
so
which is nice.
yeah, and so I think it's like a 10 or 12% based on their salary and how much the game sells.
Yeah.
Um, and not only that, but CD Projekt Red is also backed by the government
Really?
of whatever country. Yeah. There's a weird government thing where they're actually backed by the government. Let's see. I can't. I think it's in Norway. Is it Norway? Poland. Yeah,
Poland.
I know the Polish government has some money into CD Projekt Red.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's just most businesses operate like that in Poland. If anyone knows, let me know. But yeah, they I don't know. I don't think with them. I feel like American crunch is just different than Japanese. I mean, I feel like the crunch for them. I don't think it's just quite the same as American crunch.
Yeah, but they're doing like 6-day work weeks, I think. I think they used to have like, I think doesn't the UK do like 4-day work weeks?
I don't know. I think they're working every day though right now,
Yeah. So
and not only that, but then they also just have better overall benefits.
yes.
And then if the game sells really well, then it's kind of a job security for everybody.
Yeah. Like I'm glad the people are getting paid and they're being fair with their wages, which is good. And they got out ahead of it instead of waiting until, crunch
Yeah,
happened and then just not saying anything. So it's good that they're at least being
yeah.
transparent.
And that's the thing is that like if you're transparent about these kind of things, you can at least control the messaging and what people have to say, and you won't have to worry about usually one leaks and two what literally every YouTube commentator is going to say about you.
Yeah. I mean, I can't speak on how bad Crunch is as a game developer. I can only, guess from what my perspective is, but hopefully, if it's that bad, I hope one of the employees speaks out and talks about it, whether it be on Reddit, YouTube, whatever.
And I think an employee did speak out on it, but I don't know if it's an employee that's still working there. That's the thing.
Yeah. But we appreciate the work that you're putting in for this game. It looks amazing. I can't wait to play it on PlayStation 5. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So like this specifically was according to a Bloomberg report. Employees will be required to work. Yeah, they have 6-day work weeks, so they still have a day off. Like this crunch, just fundamentally, it just looks different from American video game companies that do crunch.
Yeah.
This doesn't look like
like
the kind of crunch that they had for Red
sleeping in
Dead.
studios and shit and missing
Yeah.
their families, like MIA and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So I mean, it's just I get that they were trying to get ahead of it and saying that they weren't going to do crunch, and now they're saying that they have to do crunch. But at the same time, it's like it feels like they're being responsible in a way that other studios aren't.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean,
So I don't know
they're pretty transparent, so it's good that they at least did that.
if if employees come out within the next year or two and they say something, I'll probably look at this differently. It's just right now, I just don't see why it's as bad as certain other people. Especially like, for example, if you're the kind of person, if you don't support crunch, then why would you be going to, fast food restaurants during a pandemic? Or why wouldn't you be supporting like hospital workers at a hospital that have to work all the time because of this virus?
It's that's kind of impossible because you can't know the ethics and the morals behind every single corporation. That's just
Yeah.
impossible. At some point, you just need to buy something to eat. Everything can't just be made cruelty free. It's
Yeah.
impossible.
And even if you want to be like as cruelty free as possible, that usually means that something else is going to get the blunt of that.
Yep.
Like if you want like if you want like if let's say you're vegetarian and you're only going to be vegetarian because you don't want to eat animals, you don't like how animals are like killed and stuff, like that still leads to factory farming.
Mm-hmm.
And that isn't good for nature. That's not good for the soil. It's not good for any of the insects that eat off of that soil. And even if you want to go for organic stuff, they still use different pesticides. They just use pesticides that are labeled for organic treatment.
Yeah.
And like once again, that's not good for insects, like or whatever it is. Like you can't just sit on a high horse and say that you want to be altruistic about some things, and it's fine. You can be altruistic about some things. Personally, me, I don't like crime, so I don't commit crimes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like me. I don't like bad people. I don't like to hang out around bad people. Like, and I would consider myself pretty altruistic about that. But like, that's kind of it. Everything else, like, I mean, I try and be a nice person, just like anybody else. Like, I'm sure you try and be a nice person.
Yeah. I try not to be too much of a hypocrite though. If like drinking is definitely a drug. Marijuana is definitely a drug. But I don't pass judgment on people who do other kinds of drugs. I can say you probably shouldn't do hard drugs, but anything that you abuse can pretty much be a drug.
Yeah, even including things that are healthy, like exercise. There's people that use exercise just to avoid other internal dilemmas they have. They don't want to deal with something going on at home, so they just go to the gym.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they might stay at the gym for 4 hours, an unhealthy amount.
Possibly.
Or you might have people that from they don't like that. Maybe they have some kind of body dysmorphia. They don't like the way they look. They start taking steroids.
Yeah. Well, maybe in like a year time, we'll get a Cyberpunk 2077 cruelty-free edition, vegan edition. So you could just 100% support it and not feel any of the guilt.
Yeah, I mean, as always, just be an informed consumer. If you want to be the best person you can be, part of that involves being an informed consumer on anything that you buy.
Yeah, vote with your wallets. Absolutely.
Exactly. So the next thing, Twitch creates a new soundtracks to combat DMCA takedowns.
Yeah.
So this was funny. Under it, I wrote Harris Heller owns Streambeats. So do you know who Harris Heller is or no?
Nah.
Okay, he's a dude I follow on Twitter. He got popular off doing vines, and then his vines got shared on Facebook, and then he started a YouTube channel focused around making people have better streams. He's one of those YouTube channels that he kind of posts contents about how to be a better streamer, more or less.
Gotcha.
And that whenever he streams, that's kind of all they really talk about as well. Sometimes he plays games, but most of the time he's just talking about like the technology behind streaming, how you can utilize it better, how you can be a better streamer, or whatever. Sometimes that's cool, sometimes that's boring, whatever. But he has been doing stream beats for a while because he saw this DMCA issue back when, because Twitch talked about this, I think like 2 years ago, that they're going to be implementing tools for it, and then they kind of are rolling that out now. And he made stream beats, and what's funny is that on that video that Twitch put out, that shows off all their music, there's literally one tile of a playlist, and it says beats to stream to.
Beats to stream to.
Which sounds a lot like stream beats.
Yeah.
And yeah, it really does feel like they took his idea and just kind of applied it to the whole platform.
Yeah. But I'm glad they're at least doing that, so the people who want to listen to something other than video game music can do that and not get DMC takedowns or get their VODs blocked and all that.
Yeah. And if you don't want to support a big bad company like Twitch, you can support a smaller dude like Harris.
Yeah.
Who has been doing that for a while now.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty sure his music is cruelty free as well. Super vegan. I'm pretty sure if you play this music
vegan beats
to vegetables, they will transcend vegetabilism and go straight into veganism.
Vegan beat mix.
But the DMC takedown stuff, I really don't care about it. I know a lot of other people do, even small streamers that I watch, but I personally do not care about it because if my Twitch channel ever gets taken down, I'll just go straight to YouTube.
Yeah.
And if that gets taken down, I'll go straight to Mixer.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, go straight to Mixer,
which will redirect me to Facebook Gaming. Which is true. If you go to Mixer.com, it'll take you to Facebook Gaming.
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, just if you're ever making content, if you're gonna add like a certain music or a certain video, always trace it back to whatever you think it is and see if or like usually for me, like I download a lot of my music off YouTube. If I ever use a track, the first thing I do is scroll down into the description and see if there's an audio claim.
Yeah.
And if there is, I'll download it. If there's not, I might look for a remix of it. And if it's too much of a hassle, then I'm just like, all right, fuck it, we'll do something else. Like I'll just ignore it. I just won't deal with it.
Yeah, I always look for like royalty free if I'm worried about that. And
yeah,
check the
royalty free.
Check the bottom.
Yeah, that's a good way. The other thing that you can do specifically on YouTube, there's a search criteria called Creative Commons. So there is a when you do stuff on YouTube, your videos fall in one of two categories. One is standard YouTube license, which means that your YouTube channel owns that content to an extent. Google also owns part of it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the same license applied to all YouTube channels. The other license that you can choose whenever you make a YouTube video is called Creative Commons. A lot of royalty-free stuff, they have Creative Commons license. And that's stuff that you can just download and reuse however you want to.
Yeah.
And if anyone wants to look for things on YouTube, just look for that license, Creative Commons. Just type it in the search bar, everything will pop up.
Hell yeah. That was like the last thing we really had. But I wanted to get into some like personal stuff since we had some more time.
Oh, actually, we talked a little bit about this at the beginning.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
But you can go like wherever you want with kind of how you feel about streaming. Because I was talking about this and I've noticed a bunch of comments. Say one of the streamers I watched, a girl named Amber. She's if you don't know, Hoodless's girlfriend. Hoodless, the DOA champion. So a while ago, she went on a rant about Twitch and how she felt, and it was kind of just how she doesn't want to be associated with like DOA anymore, and she kind of wants to play her own games. But I think she also has kind of some issues when she streams. Like she always has other people in there, and it kind of like doesn't get to show her for full
What's
personality.
her what's her what's her Twitch channel? Like what's her full name?
I always forget. It was, I think it's Julian TV now. Julian,
Julianne T.
yeah, Julian TV.
Oh dude, did she go for a full name change too?
Yeah, she used to be Lady Kohaku before,
I'm gonna look up Lady Kohaku. That might still be her URL.
possibly. Yeah, but she went on
That
like a full rant about everything she felt about Twitch, and it was interesting just reading it because she's been on the platform for years. I think she said at least 5+. And, she's really
has she been on
talented.
it more?
She's very
Has she
good.
been on it more than Hoodless?
I'm not sure. I think they might have started around the same time. Maybe she started before.
Here, do me a favor and just on the Discord, just type in whatever her thing is, just so I can go check it out.
Yeah,
Real
yeah. Give me a sec.
quick. I mean that's fine. It's like I on my YouTube channel, I've been pretty open with people that follow me, going like, I'm still gonna do some DOA content, but I want to do content on other games because if I only do DOA content, like I get a mental block. Like I run out of ideas. It's part of the reason why I'm trying to get so organized is so that I can lay out my ideas and transition from one to another very quickly without having to spend too much time thinking of like what I need to do, how I need to do it. Is it good for my channel? Is it good for this? Like I've gone through a lot of changes myself. Like my channel used to be a Yu-Gi-Oh channel,
Yeah, I remember that.
and that and then it used to be called the Noodle Monarch, which I don't even think you can find it anymore if you type it in on YouTube. And I did that on purpose. I deleted as many things as possible, because that were in reference to the Noodle Monarch. And the reason for that is because I did not want people when they looked up my name for the Noodle Monarch to appear, for better or worse.
Mm-hmm.
And if you type in Noodle Monarch on YouTube, the only thing that pops up is like a podcast. Well, not even a podcast, a video that I did on a while back ago, teaching a guy how to play a specific Yu-Gi-Oh game. And then I did another. No, looks like it was two. And he got more views than my YouTube channel did. Either way, Impact series, the Noodle Monarch. Jesus Christ. Oh, I remember this. This is an old video I did. This is old. Old. This is like 5 years old. 2017. Yeah, like that's what my YouTube channel was. It was just called the I focused on creating YouTube videos,
Mm-hmm.
and I tried doing some other things, and I got bored with making YouTube videos for Yu-Gi-Oh. I got tired of the community, and I wanted to transition to something different. At the same time, I was trying to
There you go.
play other games, and oh, she did pop up. I just spelled it wrong. I was trying to play other games, and I didn't like that my channel would take highs and lows between YouTube videos, and then Yu-Gi-Oh videos. And this issues with any card game in general is that they're not very. The term for it is evergreen, which means they don't last a very long time. Who's your favorite YouTuber, Rich?
My favorite YouTuber?
Yeah, that you can, like, if you're bored, you can click on their video at any time and watch them.
Damn. I don't think I have a favorite.
Okay, when you go to YouTube and you don't know what to watch, what do you watch?
I just kind of scroll down until I find something, usually like Resident Evil related. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
But the thing is that what I was trying to say is that evergreen content is content that you can watch regardless of when it was made.
Mm-hmm.
Nintendo, for example, out of most of the gaming studios, Nintendo probably makes the most evergreen games ever.
I could see that.
Almost all their games can be replayed at any point of any year, whether it's 20 years from now, people are still playing Melee.
Yeah.
People are playing Super Mario Sunshine. Those are evergreen games because people still play them. That's part of the reason why certain Nintendo games, they don't go down in value. Is because they make money. They make money all the time, and they make money because they're popular.
Yes. Very true.
It's not like a game like, let's say, um, I think Black Ops 3 is probably a good example where Black Ops 3 was popular, but it was popular probably for a year or two, and then that was it.
Yeah.
Is Black Ops 3 going to be popular in 5 years? Probably not.
Yeah. How do you feel about like the streaming like meta? What it takes to be popular? Like when you see popular streamers versus like you and me.
I don't focus on that. I do not care about that. What I've been doing is that I've been trying to make better friends with streamers. Because my whole strategy for the longest time was like, okay, network, infiltrate a group, get good at the group, and then for a game like DOA, and then put out content for that, content that group specifically doesn't have. That works to an extent. Yeah, it did get me more subscribers. It did get me some followers. But at the same time, those people, they don't follow you anywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
They're dedicated to that game and that game only. And that is, for some people, that's a positive, that's a negative. Like, look at Hoodless' streams every time he streams more than any game other than DOA. He only gets like 6 or 7 viewers.
Yeah, it's very true.
When he streams DOA, yeah, he might get 60, maybe 100. And, the same thing with almost any other DOA streamer you can think of. Emery Reigns, Hoodless,
Sometimes for
Zyme, Rakudo, yeah, sometimes if he's not bitching about it. Dude loves to bitch about DOA on Twitter.
I don't know. I was watching him play Soul Calibur. He was kicking ass in that game. I was impressed.
Oh yeah, he's a really good Astroth. To be fair on Rakudo, he doesn't do it all the time. He just only does it when he's mad. I get it. He feels like he's invested so much time into the game that what the company's doing, he probably sees it as a personal attack, or at least a personal attack on behalf of the community, and he probably sees himself as a community leader.
Yeah.
So I understand that, but that's the most important part, is to network, and networking is so goddamn difficult.
I found that actually pretty easy, especially in DOA.
Huh?
I found it pretty easy.
In smaller games where there's a very small audience and there's not a lot of content being created for it, like DOA, for example, yeah, it is easy. And the same thing with Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, it was easy to get views on Yu-Gi-Oh! Because there weren't a lot of people making videos on Yu-Gi-Ohs, and what they were all very similar. So if you were to do something even a little bit different, usually it will get more viewers. But the problem is that those people tend to only be loyal to that specific game.
Yeah.
If you want people to be loyal to you, that requires doing a lot of things, and a lot of things that require a lot of work that people might not, they might not like. And one of those things is networking. When I mean networking, I don't just mean like what me and you are doing, where you approach me, you're like, hey, do you want to start a podcast? Or what I do is, like, when Paul Link streams, I go into one of his games, and then like I hang out there for a little bit. I might edit and listen to a stream while I'm in the background. It also means that, like, trying to connect with people on Twitter, on Instagram, on TikTok, on Facebook, and not only that, but also making content for those specific websites and how those specific websites like to get content. And then that's a lot. That is so much work, dude. That is so much goddamn work.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Because think about it. You got to get a video. You got to get this video, and then you got to make it work on Facebook. Then you got to alter it so that it can be on Instagram. Then you got to really alter it so it can be on TikTok. Then you got to, if you want to, you can put one version of those videos on Twitter. You might be able to share it on Reddit, but it might get taken down because it might go against the rules of whatever community you're in. It's going to be hard to get a whole bunch of different eyes on it. And then from there, you got to figure out how you can get those people that watch those videos to engage with your stream. And the best way and the smartest way to stream is to create content on other platforms and get those platforms to come to you.
Yeah, for sure.
That if you go to any popular streamer, that's like the number one thing that they tell you. A good A really good a really good example of this is Deputy Aru. She was the chick that played Tekken 7. She had like a big pop
Yeah,
up.
she's good.
Yeah, she doesn't play Tekken 7 that much anymore, right?
Yeah, I usually see her on Among Us. Yeah, usually Among Us.
Re- Recently, she's been playing Among Us. She plays a little bit of Mario Kart, a little bit of Smash Bros. She's like a variety streamer. Doesn't play that much Tekken. I don't know if she's ever going to play Tekken again. Maybe not until the new one comes out. She might touch it every season update, but she's not playing that a whole lot.
Mm-hmm.
But I can tell you is that if you look at her Twitter, she's pretty engaged on Twitter. If you look at her TikTok, she gets a lot of her stream clips and formats them in a way that is popular on TikTok.
Yeah.
Here I don't. I'll send you a quick link. Because spoiler alert, you can use TikTok on the web. It's just not very good.
Oh.
Yeah, you can use TikTok on the web. It really sucks, dude.
Yeah.
And you can't even search. You have to specifically look at people that you follow. But yeah, here we go. Deputy Aru. This is her TikTok. You can just watch it real quick so you can see how she kind of formats her stuff. Like this is not only that, but she was able to get a blue check mark on TikTok. So here's the thing: if you look at TikTok, she has 422,000 followers. If we go to her Twitch, I don't know if it's Deputy Aru. Or it might just be Aru. Okay, it's just Aru. She has 62,000 followers on Twitch. So she has more followers on TikTok than she has on Twitch.
Yeah.
And if we go to her Instagram, yeah, and her videos are very popular on TikTok, and that's part of the reason why TikTok is, there's people that look at these social media platforms and are like, I don't want to do anything for that. Why would I want to do an Instagram video? And there's a reason why. It's because it works. Her growth on Twitch has gone up so much more higher ever since she started making TikTok videos.
Dude, 1.6 million, and that's just on one TikTok. That's nuts.
Yeah, no, for reals, dude. TikTok, it's like you have to go where people are watching, and then her Instagram, 58,000 followers.
Jeez.
And then her Twitter, and all this happened over the course of I would say in the last. When was her Tekken 7 tournament? Because she wasn't that popular before Tekken.
I think years ago, man.
Must have been like 2016 or something, right?
Yeah, something like that. I don't remember. I wasn't into Tekken.
Well, she joined Twitter in January 2016.
Oh.
And then on Twitter she has 20.9 thousand followers.
Mm-hmm.
So, just using Aru as an example, her biggest, even though she's partnered on Twitch, and that's probably where most people know her from, even more people know her from actually from TikTok.
Right.
At this point, more people will know her from TikTok because she has that many followers.
Mm-hmm.
And the people on TikTok are watching edited versions of her live streams. And these videos are mostly, if you look at the videos, they're mostly edited on a computer.
Yeah.
And then they're kind of uploaded to TikTok, which is how I kind of...
Those YouTube thumbnails, basically.
Yeah. And then she has a YouTube channel, but even she doesn't know what to do with her YouTube channel. She doesn't, because at a certain level, just repurposing Twitch clips, it won't work as well. It will work for some platforms like TikTok because you don't see that as much.
Mm-hmm.
But it might not work for YouTube because YouTube is a whole nother thing. On YouTube, she has 66,000 followers.
Right.
And on YouTube, these videos, they don't do as well as they do on TikTok. Like her biggest video that I can see right here on her front page is 36,000 views.
Yeah.
Compared to her biggest video on her third most recent video on TikTok had 1.6 million views. She's got some that are she's got so many videos that are close to 1 million views just by themselves.
Yes, she does. She's very high up there.
Yeah, and all of this, what it is just if you look at the common denominator, it is that she is just repurposing her live stream in a way that's compatible for other social medias.
Yep.
And I do consider YouTube a social media.
It pretty much is.
So yeah, so on YouTube her videos are not as edited. They're still a little edited, but not to an insane amount. Just a little edited. On TikTok they're heavily edited so that they can fit that specific platform. And on Instagram, she doesn't post any of these videos. She'll post a thing when she's going live, but she won't post any videos. Like she posts mostly some TikToks every now and then she also posts a lot of like just pictures of herself and whatever brand deals or just whatever. On Twitter, it's more where you get her real thoughts, her opinions on stuff, and you got to be able to. What I'm trying to get to is that you have to be smart in the if you want to be successful, if you really want to be successful, you have to be smart in the way that you utilize these social media platforms, for better or worse. Whether it's something that you want to do or not, if you don't want to do it, then you need to get really, really, really good at the other things that you are trying to do. Like if you only want to be on Twitch and you don't want to be on YouTube, you don't want to be on Instagram, you don't want to be on TikTok,
Yeah.
then you have to get really, really good by streaming on Twitch. And that means using shortcuts on your keyboard. That means using quick, fancy transitions. That means engaging with your crowd, using like all these special, like you would have to put in the work to do that.
Yeah, that's mostly what I was thinking. Because when I was putting in the work, like heavy, when I first got into DOA 6, I was getting hella numbers. But like you said, kind of how you felt about only doing Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. After a while, you just get burnt out and you just want to do something else. And of course, all people know
Yeah.
you from is DOA. So when you play something else, you can't be too surprised that the DOA people aren't going to be there. So
Yeah.
you're going to have to
And
find another, community to network with and, put in the work there. You got to start back all over.
yeah. Yeah. And that's the hard part. If she wants to rebrand herself, back to Hoodless's girlfriend, that's fine. Anyone can rebrand themselves. I mean, look at the best example of that. The best example I can give to that is Sasha Grey. Sasha Grey used to be a porn actress. She did adult
Oh,
video.
yeah, she's on Twitch. Yeah, I forgot about that.
She's on Twitch now. Now, if you were to ask anybody else, can a porn actor or porn actress be on Twitch? They would probably be like, no, they shouldn't be on Twitch. But she made a successful transition. Most of her stuff is her playing one or two games and then also cooking. She's got a lot of followers on there. She's pretty engaged on this stuff. She still monetizes some of her old porn stuff, but in just a better way. She uses Instagram. If you look at her Instagram account, she's got 1.7 million followers. She some of it is her Twitch clips. She does like a once a month. Hey, this is what we're doing on Twitch. She posts pictures of the show she's in. If you look at her Twitter, it's mostly her hot takes. I don't know if she has a TikTok, and I can't search it right now. Actually, I would assume she has. She has. If she's not on TikTok, she's been on TikTok at least a few times. Either people making videos about her or whatever. If you go to YouTube, which I'm pretty sure she has a YouTube channel. Yeah, she does. Has 157,000 followers, only 18 videos, and most of it is her just cooking stuff.
It works.
And it's all from a month ago. Like this YouTube channel is brand new. It looks like she's putting out a new YouTube video like every third day or so. And once again, some people know her from being in porn like 10 years ago, and some people will only ever know her from that, and they may refuse to kind of get to know her on all these other platforms. But if you want to talk about someone that rebranded herself in a way that people don't like, there's people that know her from never doing porn. There's people that know her now that are never going to watch any of those videos. And she has 4,000 followers on Twitch.
Yeah.
And and that she's also networked. She's on this show called Van. She's on that network called Van, where she has a show called The Gray Area.
What the hell?
And yeah, where they talk about hot topics.
Oh, okay.
Not, yeah. It's not my kind of show, but the show's there. It's like you can absolutely rebrand yourself, and I always use Sasha Grey as the example of, if this person can rebrand themselves from pornography, you could totally rebrand yourself from one game to another.
Yeah.
Like think of how hard how hard is it before people stop coming up to you? You're like, oh, I saw you when I was a teenager, or I saw you when I was, growing up. Oh, I did the best fap to you,
Oh my God.
lady.
Yeah, but
And there's
the thing is, she's super talented, and it kind of sucks that she hasn't gotten like a good recognition from that because I've played Overwatch with her, and her Widowmaker, her sniping ability is just nuts. Like it's better than mine, and I was putting up a good fight with her, but she was taking us all out. I was impressed. So I'm like, she's definitely talented. It's just maybe she needs other things to get those views she wants.
I mean, like it's just if you're only gonna be on Twitch, you have to take full advantage of everything that platform has to offer, which is clips, um, utilizing and like mastering your streaming software so that you can do fun transitions, fun little special effects. It's like this is the kind of stuff that I'm kind of working on right now, trying
Yeah,
to organize myself, organize downloading different streaming software to see what I can and cannot do. Um, and you really have to take advantage of that. Or you can kind of branch yourself out, but not overwhelm yourself when you're doing a little bit on every social media network. And you're probably going to get more followers doing that than anything else, at least at that level. Um, but if you bring that up to her, like, and you can show her this clip because you probably know her, I don't. You can show her that, hey, we talked about you for like 30 minutes on our podcast, by the
yeah,
way.
that was
Um,
good.
yeah, I mean, this could be educational. I don't know. This is definitely educational for somebody.
Yeah, no, it was good to
Um,
talk. I mean, there's much more on Twitch. Like to me, sometimes it does feel like a bullshit popularity contest, which kind of annoys
it
me.
is to it.
But
Yeah,
and that's the whole reason why I got into like streaming because it was kind of like the counterculture, like for nerds. You go to high
yeah.
school and people are still in their little cliques and shit. I thought Twitch would be a big departure from that. It'd just be kind of the nerds creating their own kind of space. But then you get more into it, and it's kind of like it devolves back into that a little bit. Not all the way,
A little
but
bit.
yeah.
Yeah, and the other like last thing is that within all these communities and also Twitch, like you have to build a community. You have to build a community from scratch, and you got to learn how to manage it. Like, if you want to be a successful streamer, like it doesn't like playing the video game is the least important thing of it.
hmm
You can play the video game badly and still get
Don't tell
views.
Left in
Like
that.
you can play the video game at McDonald's and probably still get views. Um, that's a Leffen joke, by the way. He said that he would much rather be working at McDonald's than play Super Smash Brothers Ultimate.
Yeah, I'm sure he would. Kappa.
Ah, what a dumbass. I'm pretty sure he had a come to Jesus moment right after Twitter
I
burned
thought
him.
it was funny. I didn't take it like too seriously. I thought it was pretty fucking funny.
Uh, I hope he got roasted and he was just like, "Man, I really thought I said something." Like I hope he learned from that. Um, but man, like I said, like if you want to be if you want to be popular at Twitch, you gotta put in like if you're only doing Twitch, you gotta put in some fucking wow factors. If you don't have the technical ability to do that, then you need to take advantage of every social media, or at least the social medias that you're good at. Not everyone. Let's say you're really good at Instagram, fine, just do Instagram. Let's say you're good at Twitter, just do Twitter. Let's say you know a lot of people on Reddit, you get a lot of upvotes every time you post on the specific community, and people have get to know your username at this point. Like that's the way you grow, and that's the way you're going to get your most amount of growth. And then from right there, you can start growing organically through the system's algorithm.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's I don't know. I talk about this stuff all the time, and it's always stuff that I'm working on myself. I mean, it's part of the reason why I got sticky notes and I got a planner, and like my whole night tonight was just gonna be like, all right, let's get organized. I'm learning some shortcuts on OBS so that I can do some better things,
hmm
or some things that I used to do, like where I would cut out a character's face and kind of talk through them.
No, I like it. It's good to
And
hear,
then
and it's a good reminder for me. So,
and then but yeah, just for anyone making content creation, you got to take social media serious. You got to treat it like it's the other side of your Twitch. Like when when you stream, most of your growth for you to make it has to happen when you're not streaming. If you're only going to be streaming for 4 hours a day, that means you can't just be growing 3 or 4 followers during those 4 hours. You need to be growing 3 or 4 followers outside of that, and then also during that time frame. And to do that, that's where social media comes in handy. Because I've done it. I've seen a funny video, and then I've gone to Twitch and gone like, oh, I'll just check this out. Follow him next time he goes live. I'll check him out to see if he's as funny as he's in this clip.
Mm-hmm.
If if they're not as good, if maybe that was just a one off of that clip, then I won't like it. And I'll unfollow. But if I'm doing it and I'm somebody that knows about what these people are trying to do and how people are trying to market themselves and how people are trying to make videos, I can guarantee you that people that don't know how any of this works, people that only watch Twitch and YouTube, they're probably doing it as well.
Yeah.
Okay. I know we talked a lot, sorry.
No, it was cool.
But the other thing too is the last thing. Also, last
Last.
Julianne, yeah, if she's watching or if anyone's watching, YouTube is also a really good place to stream.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you want to see whether you can just get good on your own game or whether, maybe you're having issues with discoverability, I would also recommend trying out YouTube. Like, I really, really would. YouTube has way better discoverability tools and metrics for trying to find a stream. Granted, it's cumbersome. Granted, it's a little bit more pain in the ass. But I'm serious. You can probably get more followers on YouTube faster than you can on Twitch. I mean, I know it's happened with me with games like Yu-Gi-Oh or DOA, and I would like to stream on YouTube too. But there's other things I'm kind of trying to teach myself and want to learn about all these platforms. But YouTube's a really good platform to also stream to.
Yeah, the first person I saw streaming on YouTube was actually Ramiro. It was you.
Yeah, and I was streaming probably Final Fantasy or something.
Yeah,
I was doing a whole.
found you because you. I think it was Sinful Crystal said that you were her editor, so I wanted to look you up because I'm like, oh, he does a really good job. I thought it was her. The content server, which is good, but I wanted to find you because I'm like, I like how you do.
But even then, that's a form of like networking. That's that in itself. That is networking. You knew somebody that knew me. That person recommended you. Then you went to go look for me. Like, that is at the very bottom. That is the web. That is networking.
Oh yeah, I'll do that. I have no problem going straight to the source.
Yeah. But yeah, definitely show her this, or even just show this part of the stream to anyone that's getting into content creation and stuff. Though, I mean, it's a candid conversation, and it's one that needs to be had with most people.
No, it's good because honestly, I've seen a lot of people go on like rants, but since it was her, and I felt kind of like she deserves some good feedback, that I would bring it up.
Yeah. And like I said, it's not. It's you can transition out of any game.
Yeah.
It's never fucking PewDiePie did horror games and then he switched to Minecraft.
Mm-hmm. But
like
if any of you guys, Justin K, Isaiah, I think that's how you pronounce it. If you have any things you want our opinions on, let us know. Because until like PlayStation 5 comes up, news is gonna start to get a little slow. So it's probably a good time to do some like hot takes.
Yeah, we do that anytime.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm always down for hot takes. Like Goosebumps as a TV show for kids, probably not a good show.
Yeah. yeah.
All right. You guys can find me at @rapmavalos_YT on Twitter, and then the same thing for Instagram, I guess, for something different. But yeah, and then I think it's iHeart Gaming 2 on TikTok, where I'm actually gonna start doing different kind of content for TikTok. I'm gonna do I think I found my TikTok niche, which is gonna be small video game factoids, like all these dumb little things I know about video games, but just put them together in this little 40-50 second video.
Did you know gaming?
I did one on I did one for Final Fantasy 13-2, and it got like over 100 views, and I was like, oh, I could do this like once a week. This whole thing just took me like less than an hour to put together. At least if I come into it prepared and organized, it'll take me like an hour. Since the first one that I did where I didn't come in prepared and organized, took me like 3 hours because I had to figure out what to do.
Mm-hmm.
But just like little factoids about video games that Devil May Cry originally started off as a Resident Evil series. Dive in a little bit of that, talk about how it changed, and like all those things that we know already, but like just make it into like a little like TikTok video. You should probably do that for You could do that for like Instagram and stuff too.
Me?
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know what
but
kind
I
of
mean,
content I ever
if
want to
you want,
create.
if you want to do, if you want to do TikTok, just try it out. Try it out. Make a TikTok account and do your first video, and just I guarantee you're gonna get like 100 views. Just make a factoid about one of your favorite games, a game that you know a lot about, Resident Evil 4 or whatever, and talk about why the virus is, why Capcom decided to make the virus different for that game. What was going on behind the scenes? Like, dude, I'm serious. Talk about it for like 40 seconds. It doesn't have to be all that in depth, and I can guarantee you'll get over 100. There's so much people on TikTok that are looking for new kinds of content, and it's exciting.
Okay, maybe I'll give it a try. Yeah, yeah. Peace and love, y'all.